It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Atlanta Hawks. Looking at the Hawks, just one win over the last 7 games. They're not happy with how they're playing, looking to make amends tonight. You know, it seems, fellas, like every time LeBron takes the court, he has a chance to pass another career milestone. When it's all said and done, where do you think he ends up on the NBA's all-time scoring list, Shaq?
Well, it'll be very hard for him to make a run at the top 2, Ernie. However, it's never a good idea to doubt LeBron because he's already passed me up in the scoring list, so you can't doubt the guy.
He's got that going for him. How about it, Jeff?
You know, man, Ernie, I just think how long he plays. If he plays, 17, 18 years, he's going to be in the top 2. But if he stops at about 15, then and says, I just want to spend time with my kids, then I don't think so.
That does it for us for now. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you all the action. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. And for the Atlanta Hawks, they want to turn this season series around as they lost their last matchup against the Cavaliers. And that game moved the season series to 2-0.
And that's one of those games where I just felt the attitude going in was wrong. I think they believed what was being said about them in the press, and that was a game that they just couldn't win.
Well, also, when you're a monster underdog, you have to play like a monster. You have to be aggressive, really physical. I didn't think they brought that level of intensity.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, Kevin, LeBron James does not mind being a vocal leader. He said conflict was just part of the game for me growing up. I played outdoors, and if you didn't win, you might not play again for the rest of the day. Now I'm the leader of this team, and I expect nothing less than greatness out of all of us. I'm going to hold everyone accountable, including myself. Kevin?
And that's so great to hear, D.A. LeBron is a proven leader and champion, as we all know, expects to contend for a championship every year. Well, we always hear from NBA players that a win is a win. But, Chris, in all honesty, do some wins mean a lot more to players than others during the regular season?
You know, I know it sounds cliche, but not really. That really is the truth. You know, you may have 1 or 2 games that mean more, maybe Christmas, maybe against a rivalry, an old player, but you have to understand this. The whole mentality of lasting in this league is not to get too up or too down. If you get too up because you're playing against the Lakers, then, you're going to lose against the Pistons the next night because you're not respecting them the same. You have to respect every team, fear every team the same. And so just circling one in red kind of shows that you're not respecting the next team, which sets up for a letdown. And so I think that's a good practice to have. Every game means the same, but human nature kicks in, and some are going to mean more than others.
That is really interesting. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. And so in the game for the Hawks, Schroeder and Bazemore are in the backcourt. Prince out there with Collins, and it's Dedmon in at the 5 spot. Now here's Schroeder. He's coming off a 28-point game against New York. Over Hill, and the rejection by Love. Smith outside. At the top of the key, Thompson. Kicks it to Hill. Back to Thompson. Cleveland moving the ball around. And Hill, the bucket on the assist by Thompson. Hill's got 5 now.
And Hill's a player whose shot has to be respected.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And so it's Cleveland with it. Looking at the last game for the Atlanta Hawks, it was a loss to New York.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
And that's what can happen on the road. You have to be aggressive and try to disrupt them out of their normal routine.
Now here's Schroeder following the miss by Kevin Love. It's stolen by Smith. Dishes to Hill. And it's denied. Schroeder with the ball. He's picked up by LeBron. Wide open look. And the shot no good, a bit short.
He's got to be wondering, how do you miss that? I mean, he had all the space in the world.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And the Pacers trading away the coveted George Hill. Going into last season, they wanted more of a passer at the point guard position.
And that's the one thing about Hill. He's more of a combo guard than a true point. He keeps his turnovers low. But as far as creating a ton of shots for his teammates, that's not really his game.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
First free throw is good.
Well, one thing I like about Ty Lue is at the same time he's a player's coach. He's also got the confidence to take charge. That's important on a team with star talent like the Cavs.
Both free throws good from Hill. And Ty Lue not shy about holding his stars accountable.
No, he's not. He'll critique everyone from the 15th man up to LeBron. He still wants his players' input, asking his guys what works for them, what they're comfortable with.
Here's James after the basket by Atlanta. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
They set the pick. Schroeder kicks to Dedmon. Stolen by Thompson. Passes it to Smith. Launches it. Rebounded by the Hawks. Prince outside. Bazemore for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Bazemore's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Hill kicks to Thompson. It's back to Hill. In the corner, it's James. Off target with his 3. The Hawks trail by 4. Schroeder outside. And the shot goes in.
Playing big, willing to go toe-to-toe against the guy who towers over him.
Well, it's just an attitude, a way of life. You can't let people see you back down, or they take it as a sign of weakness and expect that treatment every time.
Thompson, good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Thompson's got his first bucket of the night.
Look, I love how Thompson maintains his focus. He doesn't let the D change his shot selection.
There's a screen. Here's Schroeder. The shot that time not on target. Hill with some nice D. Cleveland leading by 4. The screen from Thompson. Love with the screen for Hill. Kicks it out to Love. That 3 off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Schroeder. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Schroeder's got 6.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Well, when you're at a size disadvantage, sometimes the mid-range is better than inside. You get a little more space. You don't allow the shot blocker to get up on you, and also you can use your handles and your quickies.
Count the basket. And that's now 6 points for LeBron. The Hawks trail by 4. Bazemore dishes to Dedmon. There's Bazemore. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Knicks in New York. Collins, a screen on Hill. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
Good movement there. And the lead pass was right where it needed to be.
The screen from Thompson. And it's Hill penetrating. And Thompson kicks to Love. And, oh, here we go. Prince has got it. The fast break chance. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Three-pointer. Atlanta gets it back in a new 24. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
The Hawks shooting their first free throw tonight.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
And the Hawks in the last couple seasons with some roster turnover, established veterans departing, and now with Millsap leaving, they have embraced a complete rebuild.
Now here's Thompson. Last game he had 12. Here's Smith. A shot off that time, so the Hawks will take it the other way. And Bazemore kicks it over to Schroeder. Atlanta gets it back. Collins, good.
Look, he doesn't waste time. Once he gets the rebound, he does what he should. Goes right back up with it.
And here is James. A 23-point game for him in the win against Philadelphia.
And look, it was more than his scoring. He was dominant on D. His steal numbers for that game were crazy.
Bazemore for 3. Rebound by Smith. The Cavaliers trail by 3. And the Hawks traded Howard and lost Paul Millsap in short time. So the rebuild, it would appear, is on for Atlanta.
Yeah, and it seems like they feel good with how they've approached it. You know, you got to commit to turning things over and starting anew. And the Hawks have taken the first steps to building towards the future.
They get the rebound. Dedmon passes to Schroeder. Stolen by Thompson. Kicks it out to LeBron. And stolen by Prince. Oh, and here comes Schroeder all alone. Finishes the break with a slam.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
Oh, yeah, and as a big man, you need such an aggressive move. That's the tone that you want to set, the attitude that you're trying to play with. Your teammates will follow.
And, Chris, one of the rare honors for an NBA player is to have their jersey retired. The Kings retired your number 4. What does an honor like that feel like? What does that mean to you?
Man, it meant so much to have my jersey retired. I was there with my family, my wife, my brothers, sisters, parents, and everyone. And so it was just a really, really great moment. You know, when you're playing the game, you can really, you say enjoy the process, but you never really can really enjoy it day to day because you're always thinking ahead, trying to get better. And so it was just a really cool moment to sit back and think about all the positive things we did in the city, for the city, and definitely for the game of basketball. So it was a great feeling, and, you know, Sacramento forever. I thank them for that, and I love them there.
Wonderful years, indeed.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Here's Clark.
Now, that's what I'm talking about right there, right there.
Good leaper, Clarkson. He'll make you pay if you let him get to the rim.
That was a terrific replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Now here's Taylor. 11 points for him in that last game against New York. Expanding his range. Cavaliers with the rebound. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And I feel like the defense was one step behind all night. I mean, they never made the adjustments to string together a few stops.
And Rodney Hood played one season at Mississippi State, then transferred, played another season at Duke. A good floor spacer, Greg, at 6'8".
You know, it's his in-between game that impresses me. Able to beat his man off the dribble. He can hit that little pull-up or drop it off to a teammate. This guy continues to improve.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good.
And this Cavs payroll last season, I mean, the highest in NBA history, with luxury tax penalties in the tens of millions. And we saw some friction as they looked to control salary, and LeBron pushed them to add more talent.
Now here's Hood, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Taylor dishes to Muscala. The pass to Delaney. 6 to shoot. The shot will not fall. Cavaliers go the other way with it. And the Cavaliers were able to add some key veteran help at the trade deadline.
Yeah, some key contributors they were able to get off of waivers as well. That's how the rich get richer. But with LeBron talking about the team being top-heavy, they needed to add some depth.
Here's Taylor following the score by Rodney Hood. Here's Bembry. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And no good, trying to use the glass. Cleveland leading by 5. Here's Hood. Bembry with the rebound. Atlanta's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. A shot by Taylor, no good. Well, Cleveland shooting it officially from the get-go. They're at 52% from the field.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
The Hawks trail by 7. And Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Cavaliers on D. And Muscala kicks to Delaney. Plumlee with the screen. Here's Delaney. Guarded by Korver. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Taylor.
His percentage from the field is not very strong this quarter.
The Hawks again can't hit.
Now, he doesn't look like himself right now. Nothing is going his way.
And a wide open look for Hood. And it's Hood again missing. They need to stop this run.
You know what, Kev? I think it's time to switch some things up, either by going to your bench or with a different look defensively to disrupt their rhythm.
The Hawks have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. And he knocks down the first one. And Taylor drops them both.
And a Kyrie's trade demand over the summer, a reflection of his frayed relationship with LeBron. James, with a forceful personality, it seems that may have grated on Irving.
Now here's Hood. He has 6. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint. And LeBron remains an outspoken leader on this Cavs team. Still interesting, though, to see whether he alters his style somewhat in light of the Kyrie situation. Perhaps leaving more to the coaches and looking to blend in more with his teammates.
Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 14-4 run. Here's Nance, and Nance slams it in.
Oh, that's a nice look, recognizing he had the opening to make the entry pass.
Here's Taylor. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Plumlee with a screen on Korver. Here's Delaney. The pass to Plumlee. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Plumlee's got his first basket of the night. Korver with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. They set the pick to the middle. Looking for Clarkson. He gets it there, and that one drops. And the Cavaliers lead by 9.
And the thing about Clarkson, he really plays with an edge, especially once he gets it up inside.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Cleveland. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back to the action after this word. And we got a chance to hear from LeBron James about the hard work and preparation he brings into every game.
Go back and I'm able to, read the scouting report, and also when I get to the arena, I also watch more film on each and every guy that's going to be playing, guys that I know I may be, matched up against, throughout the night. So I'm not surprised by anything if it happens throughout the game. So it's a lot of preparation that goes in, to just one game, just trying to get one win, but that's what it takes to win good.
I think you'd have to say the preparation really shows on the court in his play, and rarely does he look surprised out there or caught off guard.
And Kevin, that's really just the mark of a total pro. And I don't think oftentimes the fans appreciate how much goes in terms of preparation. Some guys get it and some guys don't, but he's a perfect example of what proper preparation means in terms of preventing a poor performance.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
And really, for the whole first quarter, they've maintained their intensity. Let's see how long they can sustain it.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Muscala and Plumlee, the bigs. Taylor is out there with Bember, and it's Delaney in at the 2. First one falls for him. Chris, during your playing days, you had a number of point guards that you developed an excellent rapport with. What do you feel is the most important part of being a successful point guard in the league?
You have to be a great leader to be a successful point guard in the league. You have to be open. You have to be tough on guys. You have to know guys' personality, and you have to be giving. You have to trust your guys. And I was blessed. I played with some really good point guards that had all of those qualities.
Clarkson kicks to Hood. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Guys, Tristan Thompson has one of the longest consecutive games played streaks in NBA history. He said, the mind's a powerful thing, and if you tell your brain everything is all right, you'd be surprised on the stuff you can achieve. We have the mental toughness to push through our limits. That's how you become great and test yourself as a player. Kevin?
Well, David, Thompson's certainly a mentally strong player. Always nice to have someone you can rely on night in and night out. And he makes the first.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
He hits both from the stripe. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Now Clarkson, 9 points last game. In the corner, Nance with it. 6 on the shot clock. Korver misses off the left iron.
So that's giving him too much space from mid-range. It doesn't hurt him there, but they can't keep doing that.
A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for Atlanta.
And one thing they can definitely improve on is their work from three-point range, especially from the corners. That's an area of the floor that has been a black hole for them this season. If they can start to get some points from the corners, it'll really open things up for them.
That free throw, no good. And he can't hit the second.
Ooh, an unusually ugly trip to the line for him. Rarely do you see that.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. This break in the action gives us a chance to show you the NBA's current fast break specialists. In third, the Cavaliers.
I think that's what really distinguishes them offensively. They really like to get out in transition.
And the first one at the line is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Taylor kicks to Muscala. Pass to Taylor. Stolen by Clarkson. And here's the fast break. Clarkson leading the way. Hood gets the bucket. Hood's got the lead up to 9 now for Cleveland.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Now here's Taylor. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Muscala, the pass to Taylor. Stolen by Clarkson. And it's Hood in the corner. Taylor against Clarkson. And he slams it one-handed.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Oh, that was sweet, and that's what makes him so dangerous. Not only can he set up others, but he can also be a big-time finisher.
Now, here is Muscala. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Clarkson kicks to Corver. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
Well, that just shows you can do everything right sometimes, but still get the wrong result.
They set the screen. Taylor dishes to Muscala. Off target from three-point range.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
And it's sad because the team relies on him to be a threat offensively. When he's rolling, that makes them a much more dynamic offense.
And you look at Ante Zizic, the forgotten player in the big trade, a young center, legit size and strength, and he also played under David Blatt, the former Cavs coach in Europe.
And he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle, too.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
Well, this is just another case where being aggressive wins out.
The Hawks have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. A platoon swap here for Cleveland. Free throw no good for Taylor. For so often there are some players who have one unstoppable move or something that they'll lean on if their team needs a basket. What did you feel your go-to move was when you were playing?
You know, I've said this many times. I just felt like my go-to move was just get a bucket. And so it depended on where I was on the floor. You know, I love the jump hook from the left block looking in. My 15-foot jumper, 17-foot jumper. I felt that if I came off a pick and roll and I caught the ball live, I could drive or I could shoot the jumper, that if you were a big fella, you were at my mercy. And so, you know, those were really my spots on the floor to really try to do damage. So, you know, it's just about the point guard, the team that you're playing with, where shooters are on the floor in case you get double teamed, and just kind of knowing your game. And so I felt comfortable on many spots on the floor, and depending on what spot on the floor, time and possession, that's where I was going to go and just try to be successful.
I always felt you read well. You reacted well after your read.
Yeah, because, you know, I grew up on teams where coaches, you know, would want me to do the correct play, and just because you can shoot a jump hook, your favorite shot over two people, but if you have a wide open, great knockdown shooter in the corner, you're supposed to make that pass. And so that's what I mean about, you know, what's your favorite move. It really depends on where I was, because a lot of times it was to get my shot first, and then if I knew the defense was coming, it was to identify where that next guy was going to be. So if I didn't score, I was going to get the ball to the guy that was, and it was an easy way to kind of control the pace and play from the game from that post position.
Here's Love. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. Love's got the lead up to 11 now for Cleveland.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
They set the pick. Here's Prince. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. That one on Love. Well, there have been some questions regarding the NBA's playoff format, Chris, if the division by conference is a good thing, or if we should open it up to even more teams. Should we even have divisions? If you were going to change anything, what might you change in the playoff format in any way?
Well, I tell you this, I would not add more teams. Please. I mean, if you're going to add more teams to watch more bad teams, right. No, if you can't win almost 50% of your games, no way.
Agreed.
I did hear one thing that was kind of interesting, is that what if you ranked the teams 1 through 16 in the playoffs, so that, yes, I still believe in divisions,
right,
Kev, because I want the season to matter. Divisions, you know, championships, that matters for a fan base, you know, those type of things matter. So I want to keep those in there. But if you did 1 through 16 that way, so the last two teams didn't have to play the best competition until the end, I just think that might be interesting. You never know what type of matchups you may have. But I think we've been having some great basketball in the last 15 years. So I don't know if necessarily we really need to change anything about the playoffs.
Interesting observations. Here's Bazemore. Lays it up off the glass. Bazemore's got his second bucket of the night. Cleveland leading by 7. Outside Hill. Thompson passes to Hill. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 9 points for George Hill.
And always looking for the high percentage bucket. Hill got that one right to the middle.
Dedmon kicks it to Bazemore. There's the pick. Schroeder dishes to Dedmon. Back to Schroeder. Here's Collins. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Collins has got 8 points.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
Hill kicks to LeBron. And it's blocked. Prince against James. That one goes in. Now just a 5-point Cleveland lead.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That is his first foul of the game. James in the post. Guarded by Prince. Thompson. Dedmon with the block. Now here's Prince. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against New York. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. The Hawks have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. And he knocks down the first one. Good on the second, so he makes them both. So it's the Cavaliers now. They've led by as many as 11 points. Hill passes to Smith. Love against Collins. It's a pick by Love. Smith kicks to Hill. Clock at 6, and that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
And a moment now to see some numbers for Smith. His last 10 games, averaging 13 points per game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
Now that's what I'm talking about right there, right there.
You love how fierce James is, a ferocious dunk artiste.
The Hawks trail by 5. And here's Bazemore. He has 5. Here's Dedmon. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Over Prince. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Atlanta's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And Bazemore kicks to Prince. Off the screen. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. And here's James outside. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. Well, with this break in the action, let's see which players have had the hot hand lately. Here are the top scorers in the past month. 4th, LeBron James.
What a performance offensively. Something has really clicked with his game over this stretch.
The Hawks trail by 5. Schroeder dishes to Collins. Collins, a screen on Smith. It's Schroeder with the drive. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And Dennis Schroeder out of Germany handed the keys as the full-time starter at the point guard in his 4th season.
And with his confidence and competitive spirit, you know he was chomping at the bit for that opportunity. And you got to love his athleticism coupled with that big play capability. It's just exciting to see how good this young man can become.
No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Prince outside. He feeds it to Schroeder. He dishes it to Dedmon. Over Thompson. They get it back. Shot by Collins, no good.
Some tough D in the paint, getting between him and the bucket and stopping the easy dish.
Here's Hill. It's deflected. Here's Thompson, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Atlanta gets called for the foul.
And you don't think Thompson is outstanding at using his body? Look at this, a muscular presence who picks up fouls well.
And Tristan Thompson in the middle, a player, Greg, who understands his role.
He just plays hard and does the little things. Defense, rebounding, energy. When he's blocking shots and protecting the rim, he is one of the best bigs in our league.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
And he can't get the first one.
Now, we've all seen this guy's development. Thompson has proven to be a valuable role player. He's exceptional at tracking down rebounds and a more than capable defender.
No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. And that one's good. Love.
Well, he struggled out of the gate, but now he's really cooking in the second quarter.
Here's Bazemore. 5 points in the game. The feed now to Dedmon. Back to Bazemore. The baseline J. Stolen by Thompson. Hill passes to Smith. Here's James. Deflects the pass. Thompson. Back to LeBron. That's in. Coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 4th assist in this one.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Shooter kicks to Collins. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Collins has got 10 points in the game.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
LeBron kicks to Smith. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Hill. Smith outside. Drills the three-pointer. Smith's got his first 3 points of the game.
Now look at this. This is one of Smith's specialties. He has a quick release fire off the pass.
And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Look at this. I like this. Team basketball. Keeping the ball moving until they find the right shot.
It's Hill on the wing. He's guarded by Schroeder. James against Prince. James, no good. The Hawks trail by 7. Bazemore with it. He's got 5. To the middle. Here's Dedmon. He can't hit that time. Good D by Thompson.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
But we all know Smith is not shy about letting it fly. We're going straight into the D and picking up the foul.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Two shots.
He's off on the first.
Now, we know this guy Smith is one of the most fearless shooters in the game. I don't know if he's ever seen a shot he didn't like.
A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Zizic is checked in for Tristan Thompson. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for LeBron. And it's Clarkson in for Hill. And the second free throw, good. Atlanta with the ball. 8-point game. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Here's Delaney. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Third time is not the charm. 0 for 3 from the floor so far. Outside Korver. Pass to Zizic. Smith outside. Outside Korver. From past the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Korver's got the lead up to 11 now for the Cavs.
If you do not respect that Kyle Korver has been making a living as a sniper from deep, then you haven't been doing your studying. You don't know the scouting report.
Banbury kicks to Muscala. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Muscala's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now Clarkson, he has 6. 44 seconds left to play here in the half. Zizic passes to Smith. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Well, after not making anything from the field in the first, I mean, he has really elevated his game this second quarter.
And Muscala kicks to Bembry. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. It's stolen by Nance. The shot's good. And now it's a 12-point Cleveland lead.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or it's sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
Got it off in time. No good. Shot missing. And so it's Cleveland enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Tyronn Lue. Coach, what is the focus going to be in the second half?
Just play the right way. Move the ball, share the ball, get stops, and get out and run in transition.
Always leads to good results. Thanks, Tyronn. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith. That's Shaquille O'Neal. Thanks for joining us. And, boy, a pumped-up home crowd is behind us right now. It was all about Cleveland as the game got going. Amped up and ready off the tip, they immediately went on an 11-4 run. And it was a 9-point lead for them as they finished the first quarter. Then in quarter number 2, they actually increased their intensity to pull further out in front, finishing with a double-digit advantage at the half. What'd you think, Shaq, about Cleveland?
Well, Kenny should appreciate this. I love the ball movement. They were in sync as a unit, and their assist numbers were impressive. Anytime you get 5 players working together like that instead of one guy doing it alone, it's always going to be a boost. That's the primary reason they're in control of the game.
And now, Kenny, let's get your opinion on Atlanta.
I think they're giving this game away because of their turnovers. I mean, you may not control everything that happens out there, but you do control how much you value each possession. I think coming out of the break, they need to be more efficient to close the gap in the score.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Welcome back, folks. So much to do here in downtown Cleveland and East 4th Street, right in the heart of it all. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. So it's Atlanta now, down by 12. The 2 stars, LeBron and Love, making up the forward positions. George Hill out there with Smith, and it's Thompson in at the 5. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. And he gets the bucket. Here's James. Feeds it to Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
We love watching LeBron whip it over to the open man. He's a genuine leader who keeps his head up and eyes moving.
The Hawks trail by 12. Now here's Bazemore. He kicks it to Schroeder. Back to Bazemore. Collins, a screen on Love. Bazemore with it, working on Love. Tips it. Collins. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall.
They haven't gotten their legs back. Just 1 for 4 to start the second half.
Hill, the kick out to LeBron. Here's Hill. Rebounded by the Hawks. Dedmon's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Shot by Prince. LeBron grabs the miss.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Well, sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
And stolen by LeBron. Here's Smith. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And look now at the various locations of the shots taken so far for James.
Right now, after looking at that chart, you pretty much can just jog down the court if he gets it in the paint. That just time and time again, he's worked his way in close and made a shot over a defender or found another way to convert. Just great stuff coming from him thus far.
He misses the free throw. Good on the second free throw. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Schroeder kicks to Collins. Bazemore dishes to Schroeder. Passes it to Collins. Over Love. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. The Cavaliers leading by 13. Off on the layup.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
And that one's good. Schroeder. Schroeder's got 4 points this quarter.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Hill kicks to Love. The dish to James. And Thompson throws it down.
This is what Thompson wants every time. He wants to get near the rim and try to throw it down.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. You know, Chris, LeBron took a lot of heat going to Miami, but when he played with the Heat, he said he learned a lot how to win there. And certainly the results show with 2 championships and 4 NBA Finals.
The fans in Cleveland, they should be happy that he left, learned how to win there in Miami under a great leader like a Pat Riley, and came back and brought that knowledge to Cleveland and won their first championship. I'm sure all is forgiven now.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. And LeBron throws it down.
And James is super strong, incredible at powering through the defense.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Has the NBA ever seen a more dominant athlete than LeBron James? He's the quickest player on the floor at any given time and the strongest, just one of a kind.
And LeBron so strong finishing. He's complained that maybe, Chris, he's not getting the foul calls he deserves.
Man, he's so powerful. The officials don't always notice kind of the little stuff. I mean, you almost need to tackle him to prevent him from the and one.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Hood's checked in. And the rejection by Love.
Oh, it's great seeing Love take his defense seriously. He definitely has the limp to swat that one away.
Baseline jumper. Hill, no good.
As off the mark as he has been, they're a little lucky to be in front.
Bazemore inside the three-point line. And that's collected by Love. Love's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Hill. Count it. Hill's got 11 points.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Schroeder kicks to Collins. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
And look, you could never have enough offense in the low post.
The Cavaliers leading by 15. It's a pick by Love. Kicks to LeBron. And stolen by Prince. And it's Schroeder in the corner. Dishes it to Dedmon. Good D by Thompson.
Well executed. Great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, you want to get that one. He gets the separation he needs. I know he would love to have that one back.
The Hawks trail by 15. Prince outside. Over LeBron. Bank shot, no good. The Cavaliers have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Schroeder against Hill. Schroeder kicks to Prince. Shoots a 3. Another miss by Prince.
Wow, he's really been dragging him down tonight.
Prince against Hill. And Love has it in the corner. And the 3 off target.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Bazemore passes to Prince. Schroeder outside. They set the pick. Just 5 to shoot. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Dedmon's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Hill. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
But just a terrific athlete, George Hill, showing the body control there to go chest to chest and finish.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
The D has no answer for him inside, and they better figure him out soon if they want to win this one.
A different look now for Cleveland. Nancy's checked in for Love. Korver comes in for James. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Hill. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Plumlee, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Mike Muscala comes in for Collins. Bembry's checked in for Taurean Prince. And it's Malcolm Delaney in for Kent Bazemore. Atlanta again missing. The Cavaliers leading by 15. To the inside. Here's Thompson. And it's sent back by Plumlee. Pass break here. Here come the Hawks. Here's Delaney. Drains the jumper to finish the break. Delaney's got his first 2 points.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Clarkson against Schroeder. Back to Nance. Here's Korver.
Block. Side out.
Taylor's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. Now here's Korver. He's tightly guarded, and it's sent back by Plumlee. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. The pass to Muscala. Taylor kicks to Plumlee. Here's Delaney. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
The Cavaliers leading by 11. And here's Clarkson. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Clarkson's got 8.
Solid on defense right there. But Clarkson using his height and length to full advantage.
Taylor against Clarkson. Taylor passes to Bembry. Back to Taylor. 5 on the clock. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Mike Muscala. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the 2nd half. Nance sets a screen for Clarkson. Pass to Korver. That's tipped.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Taylor against Clarkson. Floats one up. Muscala dishes to Plumlee. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Nance has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Korver. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Korver's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And there's no defense for Korver sometimes. He's incredible at burying shots, even with a hand in his face.
Plumlee with the screen. Here's Bembry. But they recover it.
And that's a good job of just getting after it on the backboard. Gets them another possession and allows them to run even more clock.
Delaney. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Oh, just a brick wall of a screen. Knocks the defender out of the play.
Clarkson kicks to Thompson, and it's sent back by Plumlee. Taylor inside. He's covered by Clarkson. Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Taylor. Taylor against Clarkson. He feeds it to Thompson. Over Plumlee. And Thompson kicks to Clarkson. Offline with his 3. The Hawks trail by 11. The feed to Plumlee. Pass to Delaney. Plumlee with a screen on Thompson. Embry misses.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
Hood kicks to Nance. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Here's a peek now at the 2K leaderboard. This year, these teams have made the most of their offensive rebounds. The Cavaliers 4th.
One of the better rebounding teams in the league, especially on the offensive end. They never take that for granted in terms of whether the shot's going in.
And he knocks down the first one. A different look now for Cleveland. Zizic comes in for Tristan Thompson. And Smith subbed in for Rodney Hood. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The Hawks trail by 13. Taylor kicks to Muscala. Feeds to Taylor. They set the pick. Jacks up a 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Taylor's got 11. Cleveland's gotten blank from 3-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Nance a screen. Smith outside. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 9.
Smith pretty clever inside. Exceptional at finding space to get a shot off near the rim.
Taylor kicks to Muscala. The Hawks working the ball around. Plumlee with the screen. Passes to Delaney. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. The Cavaliers leading by 12. Left side, Korver. 3-pointer. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. 8 points for Kyle Korver.
Korver's mentality is if he's got a little bit of space to shoot, he's not going to hesitate for a second.
Taylor passes to Muscala. Back to Taylor. He dishes it to Plumlee. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. And that's the 3rd of 4 straight played at home. Here's Zizic. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those 2 things that he possesses.
And so it's Cleveland riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We come back right after this. Head coach Mike Budenholzer is mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
Be more committed in the paint. Go block a shot. Go get a board. Get more active in the paint. Give us something more.
That's Mike Budenholzer trying to ramp up the aggressiveness in all phases of the game for his team.
Well, I think he senses that his guys are kind of holding back a little, that they aren't really getting everything out of each possession, and they need to start now.
And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. On the court for Atlanta, Muscala and Plumlee, the bigs. Embry out there with Taylor, and it's Delaney in at the shooting guard.
Well, it looked as if he would never find his game after that awful first-half start, but he's really hitting his stride in the second.
And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here.
Man, you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
Well, some of that, too, is just setting the tone by being aggressive. You need guys like this on your team.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Kevin Love's checked in for Nance. LeBron comes in for Kyle Korver. And it's Hill in for Clarkson. And then for Atlanta, Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Miles Plumlee. And it's Prince in for Bembry. 3 on the clock. Here's Taylor. On the miss, not the best shot selection there.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, because you're spread out. It can be difficult to contest these shots, but not for him.
The Hawks trail by 17. Prince kicks to Muscala. Out to Taylor, trying his luck deep. No good. And Cleveland the other way now. Smith outside. And J.R. Smith with the slam.
Oh, yeah, you better not forget just how athletic Smith is. He's a skilled dunker if he has the room to take off.
Now the pass to Delaney. Taylor kicks to Prince. Taylor against Hill. Taylor dishes to Dedmon. Tries from the block. Another shot. No good there. James with some nice D. The Cavaliers leading by 19 points. And Love has it in the corner. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. The Atlanta making some changes. Collins checked in for Mike Muscala. Ken Bazemore comes in for Malcolm Delaney. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Taylor. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Shots good by Dedmon.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
Smith misses from short range. The Hawks trail by 17. Bazemore with it. He kicks it to Collins. Collins, a screen on Smith. Here's Schroeder. The second chance effort. And the rejection by Love. Now the dish to Hill. LeBron left side. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got assist number 5 here tonight.
That's just great confidence from James. Effortlessly letting it fly whenever he's in rhythm.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Oh, this is ugly. No question about it. And you wonder if these matchups aren't favoring them right now.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. And Bazemore kicks to Prince. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And he gets the bucket. And he's now got the double-double. 11 points and 14 rebounds. Prince against LeBron. Zizic passes to LeBron. It's a pick by Love. James kicks to Love. And Love throws it down.
And I want to see more of this. Love is excellent at muscling through contact. It doesn't matter how hard you hit him. He can still get it done.
And, Chris, one thing I'm sure you appreciate about Kevin Love's game is his passing.
Oh, definitely. I love his Wes Unseld, the ode to Wes Unseld outlet pass that he does. I mean, just touchdown strikes. Good vision in the high post as well.
That free throw good from Love. And every player out there has a story about falling in love with the game. Chris, when did you fall in love with basketball? What was it like playing basketball as a kid?
Well, it's so hard to remember when you first fall in love with basketball. There's so many great moments and great stories that you hear. But probably playing on the playground and seeing all the guys laughing and hearing the music and hearing the guys say check up at next game and smelling the sweat and seeing guys play physical. That's probably what it was. And then being able to play at a great gym called St. Cecilia in Detroit and then watch all the other players that played before us come in, the Isaiahs, Magic Johnson, Spencer Haywood, Terry Dural. I mean, you get to watch these guys play. Derek Coleman, Steve Smith. I could go on all day. Mark Makins, Terry Mills. I could just keep going. It was so fun watching these guys play. So, to me, I fell in love with it as a kid, but every instance, every memory that I have made me fall in love with it that much more. How can you not fall in love with the greatest game ever played?
Well said.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Dedmon kicks it over to Schroeder. Dishes it to Collins. Over James. Atlanta again missing.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Atlanta's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Schroeder kicks to Prince. Over LeBron. And that's Prince, that time on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. LeBron James on the wing. Rebounded by the Hawks. Dedmon's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after Bazemore. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Zizic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Kicks to LeBron. Love outside. Pass to Zizic. LeBron outside, 6 to shoot, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
And Chris, during your playing days, you were on some incredibly talented teams and also some teams that were destined to come up short, so to speak. How big was the difference in the culture between a team who might contend for a title and the culture of a team that is just trying to grow and become a good team?
You can tell the minute that you walk into an organization which team that you're playing for, whether it's a team finding identity or a team that believes in themselves. And it's a big difference. It's a difference in the way that the winners approach every day. It's a difference in the way that you take your job serious, or that you approach the small things and pay attention to the details. And so you notice when you're in a good culture and a bad culture, and it all starts at the top. And hopefully, if you're fortunate to stay in this league a long enough, you'll be around the right culture. But the right culture is just doing all the positive things when no one is watching, and then hoping for great results. And when you do that, I think you're in a great culture.
The Hawks trail by 21. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another unleash chaos moment. And it's Schroeder missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Hill against Schroeder. Hill kicks to Thompson. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Atlanta's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Hill against Schroeder. They set the pick. Chris, traditionally, we've had the standard 1 through 5 spots on an NBA team, but it seems more and more GMs and coaches are going away from labeling a player to one of those spots, like positionless basketball. Are we going to see more of that? Is it going to work its way around to another level? How do you view that?
Well, I just think that the game is evolving, and I think right now you have to have a certain skill set to play, and that means you have to be able to dribble, pass, shoot, and defend. You think about it, we had players that could just defend, couldn't dribble or throw a ball in the ocean. Well, that really can't work anymore, and you have to have players with the total skill set regardless of size. I do think, though, that you'll always have to have positions. I hated how we took the center out of the All-Star game. You never see in baseball, they say, it's okay, you don't have to have a center fielder. You can just put 2 left fielders in there. You still have to identify a position, and for the tradition and the honor of the game, I say we do that. But we got some pretty big guys and some pretty great guys. So what would you call Dirk Nowitzki? Is he a 5? He's 7 feet tall. Is he a 4? Is he a 3? It doesn't matter. He just has game. What do you call Kevin Durant? A 7-foot flamethrower? I mean, he's a center, a power forward. I don't know what you call him, but I know that size or positions are no more defined by height. They used to be defined defined by height. 7 foot and up centers, 6'9" and up power forwards. Now you have 6'9" and up point guards. So I love the fact that the game's evolving, but I think the 5 best players are just going to play, but you're going to have every single size because right now skill set is all that matters.
Cleveland leading by 18. Hill sets the screen for James. Kicks it out to Love. And there's the call on James. That's his 3rd foul of the game. The Hawks trail by 18. Schroeder kicks to Prince. Over Love. They get it back.
You can see that he definitely takes rebounding seriously, and his size really helps him come down with plenty of those tough boards.
Smith left side for 3. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got 4 assists now tonight.
But don't forget, he had a 3 in the first half. He can really hurt you from out there.
And Bazemore kicks it over to Schroeder. Collins dishes to Schroeder. Can't hit from in close.
His head doesn't look in the game right now. He can't seem to connect on any shot he takes out there.
Again, Love missing.
Well, this has not been his best effort. He's lucky his teammates have been there to bail him out.
Prince's shot is good. And here are the Cavaliers now. 22 is their biggest lead. Hill passes to Thompson. Pick up by Hill. And Thompson kicks to LeBron. Back to Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
And of all the facets of his game, LeBron's passing probably my favorite.
Oh
Goodness. Did you see that? Emphatic. I mean, you're not going to get anything soft when he comes to the rim. This young man is all about power.
Yeah, it's going to be a full force display every time with this guy.
And James is just a versatile scorer. When he's feeling it, get out of the way and let him do his thing.
Atlanta calls timeout. And we've seen a few players come into the NBA through different paths, either playing overseas for a year or spending time in the D-League, now known as the G-League. Chris, do you think that these alternative paths to the NBA will ever be as common as the standard collegiate path to the NBA?
Well, I think it can be, only because there's such an international presence in the game, and that now you're starting to find players all over. And the great thing about the NBA is it doesn't matter where you come from. It just matters what type of skill set that you have. So I can see it being other paths to the NBA, but the NCAA is always going to be one, in the fact that guys want to play for their state teams, and that's always going to be fun to watch. But thank God for basketball fans and athletes, there's a lot of paths to the NBA, which is the ultimate if you want to play basketball.
Absolutely. The Hawks trail by 20. Inside and stolen by James. Wallace with it, guarded now by Prince. Love dishes to Smith. He feeds it to James. The screen from Thompson. Shot clock at 6. And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Atlanta on D. Love outside. Back to LeBron. 5 to shoot. Over Prince. James with another miss. Atlanta's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Prince misses. The Cavaliers leading by 20. Smith kicks to James. The screen from Thompson. Love with the screen on Prince. It's tipped. They retain possession. And it's Smith that time on the assist by Thompson. 16 points for Smith.
Look, there's no guarding Smith sometimes. He's one of the best tough shot makers in the game.
There's a good screen. Bazemore passes to Prince. And there's the call on James. That's his 4th foul of the contest. And the game is a passion, as we know, Chris. But does it help to have outside interests? You're passionate about art. You make music. You're a writer. You're a thinker. Talk what all that is about and what that means to you.
Well, I think being a complete person helps whatever job that you're doing. You know, we all are more than our job. But basketball, you have to put everything into it. And so sometimes to rejuvenate yourself, you need to get fed other places and kind of feed your passions. And so I think a lot of times when players feed their passions, it's really just to have enough energy to complete their goal of getting through a grueling 82-game season with all the ups and downs, the expectations, the heartbreak, the celebrations. And so I think for myself and for many other successful players that I've seen, those that have tried to approach life with the same way that they approach basketball, that's just living with passion, try to learn as much as you can, enjoy every moment. Usually to me, they are the most successful because it takes pressure off of playing the game.
It's tipped out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Cleveland.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And this will be their 3rd win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Tristan Thompson.
You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
Here's Bembry. And Plumlee kicks to Muscala. The Hawks working the ball around. Here's Delaney. Not really his range, and it's off target. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Here's the screen. Nance dishes to Clarkson. Nance a screen. Corver up top. And the shot no good, a bit short. Atlanta with the ball. Here's Taylor. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now ending the three-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
Now Clarkson. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, were you satisfied with your team's performance tonight?
We got a very good team, but in order for us to continue to improve, we have to go out and we have to defend, we have to play for one another, and we have to be selfless. You know, it's not about the individual, it's about the team, and if we all give in to what the team needs to do to be better, then we'll be okay.
It is a work in progress, LeBron. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.